So hi there students, welcome back to another video lesson. So previously we have discussed the introduction of probability, wherein I have discussed all or some important terms related to probability, and then as well as on how to determine the probability of a simple event. So for this video lesson, we will be discussing the probability of a union of two events. So di ba diniscuss ko na po sa inyo yung union and intersection of events. Now, we will be discussing on how to determine its probability. So for our lesson objectives, first, we will illustrate the probability of a union of two events. And then, we will find the probability of A union B. So, A union B, ito po yung union of two events. So, we have there the symbol union. So, if we have simple events, we also have compound events. So, since we are discussing about the union of two events, we are dealing with compound events. So, dalawang events po kasi yun. So, kapag isa lang, that is simple. And then, kapag dalawa na, that is what we call compound events. Just like in English, meron po tayong simple sentences, compound sentences. So, what is a compound event? So, a compound event is composed of two or more simple events. The conjunctions and or are used to denote compound events. So, it's composed of two or more simple events. Okay, so again, pag simple events, isa lang po siya. Pag two or more, we consider that compound events. And then, so, dinidenote natin yung compound events using the conjunctions and, ayan, and or. Okay, so mahalaga po yung mga conjunctions na yan sa probability. So, may ibig sabihin po kapag and, tsaka naman or. So, the probability of two events is obtained by adding the probability of each event. Okay, so, we are now on compound events. So, paano natin sinosolve kapag compound events? That is the probability of A or B, or the probability of A union B is equal to the probability of A plus the probability of B. Okay, so kukunin lang po natin yung probability na yung event A nag-occur. Tapos, i-add natin dun sa probability ng B. Ganun lang po yun. So, ganun po ang probability of A union B. And then, if A and B are in the same sample space, then the probability of A or B occurring is, ayan. So, the probability of A or B is equal to P, and the probability of A union B is equal to the sum of the probability of A and B minus the intersection. Okay, so ito naman pong symbol na yan, that is intersection. Ibig sabihin, kinukuha po natin yung common elements. So kapag union, pinagsasama. Kapag intersection, again, kinukuha natin yung mga elements na common sa mga events. So for you to understand the probability of the union of two events, yung compound events, let us have example. For number 1, in a class of 50 students, 31 are math club members, 15 are members of the science club, and 9 are members of both clubs. Consider the Venn diagram below. Okay. So sa probability of union of two events, mas maganda na meron tayong illustration na Venn diagram para mas nakikita natin yung mga info, yung mga details ng given problem natin. So based dito sa problem natin, in a class of 50 students, so 50 students, ito po yung ating universal set. Okay, so yun po yung total. So pwede nating isulat dito, U is equal to 50. Now, next, based dito sa ating problem, 31 are math club members. And then, 15 are members of science club and 9 are members of both clubs. So, naka-indicate dito yung kung ilang estudyante ang member sa both clubs. So, para malaman natin kung ilan yung members ng math club lang, okay, so, kailangan muna nating i-plot yung intersection ng dalawang events na yan. Okay, so 9 are members of both clubs. Isusulat po natin yung 9 na yan sa gitna. So yan yung nag-i-indicate na there are 9 students na member ng parehong club, Math and Science Club. Now, paano natin kukunin yung bilang na kung saan Math Club members lang yung mga estudyante? Okay, so kung 31 po yung ating students na kasali sa math club, isusubtract lang po natin yung 9 dun sa 31. So, 31 minus 9 is 22. Sir, what is this 22? So, 22, ito po yung bilang ng students or number of students na math club members only lang sila. So, ibig sabihin, wala po silang ibang club na sinasalihan or sinalihan, kundi math club lang. Okay. Now, what about science club only? Okay, so ito naman yung bilang ng students na kung saan science club lang sila naka-member. Okay, so kailangan po kasi natin yun i-subtract. So, kung 15 yung members ng science club and then yung intersection nila 9, that is 15 minus 9, we have there 6. Okay. So, ayan. Para i-check kung tama ba yung mga sinulat natin dyan sa Venn diagram, so pwede nating i-add. So 22 plus 9, that is 31. And then plus 6, that is 37. So if you're wondering bakit 37 lang ang ating sagot dyan, it's because there are some students na hindi sila members ng kahit anong club sa dalawa na yan. So, hindi sila member ng math club o kaya naman science club. So, lahat nun, yung mga students na yon na hindi sila naka-join sa math and science club, dun po sila sa labas ng two overlapping circles. So, kung 37 yun, isusubtract natin sa universal set na 50, we have 13. So, ibig sabihin, 13 students are not members of math clubs or science club. So, maaring sa English club, so ibang club sila naka-join. Okay. So, let's have letter A. So, find the probability of those students na members lang po sila ng math club. Okay. So, math club members. Probability of math club members. Okay. Based dito sa ating information na nakalagay, so, meron po dyan 22 tsaka 9. Okay, so, ang gagawin po natin is i-add lang po natin sila. Or, ayan, mismo sa information na nasa problem, 31 are math club members. So, that is 31 over 50. Okay, so 31 yung math club members over total, which is 50. So, the probability of math club members is 31 over 50. Ayan. So, what about probability of science club members lang? So, indicated naman po yan sa problem. That is 15. So, we have there 15 over 50. So, we can simplify 15 and 50. It's because ang greatest common factor nila is 5. So, 15 divided by 5, that is 3. And then, 50 divided by 5, that is 10. So, 15 over 50 or 3 over 10. So, ang 3 over 10 na to, pwede natin siyang isimplify naman sa decimal, that is 0.3. Or pwede rin namang in percentage form, 30%. Okay, so ibig sabihin, 30% ng class ay members ng science club. What about naman yung the probability of M union S? Okay, so paano natin gagawin yan? So, lahat ng mga numbers na nasa loob ng two overlapping circles ay i-add lang po natin. So, that will be 22 plus 9 plus 6 all over 50. So, 22 plus 9, that is 31 plus 6, 37 over 50. So, ayan, probability of the union of two events, 37 over 50. So, for example number 2, we have the Venn diagram shows the probabilities of grade 10 integrity students joining either badminton team or chess team. So, dito po sa ating Venn diagram, given na po yung probability ng events. Like for example, yung probability na yung estudyante, member siya ng badminton team or chess team. So, kasi kanina, yung naka-indicate lang po is yung number of students. Okay, tsaka natin sinolve yung probability ng bawat event. So, dito, given na. So, let's have letter A. So, probability of badminton team. Okay, so, ang gagawin lang po natin dito, i-add lang po natin yung probability wherein badminton team only lang yung sinalihan, which is 0.6, and then yung mismong intersection nila. So may mga students kasi na who would like to join both team, so badminton team or chess team. So you can see yung circle natin intended for badminton team, saklaw po dyan yung intersection, of course. So kailangan lang po natin yun i-add. So 0.6 plus 0.05, and then if we will add these two, we'll get 0.65. Okay, ibig sabihin 0.65 yung probability na yung students member siya ng badminton team. Now, 0.65 can be expressed in fraction or percentage. So 0.65, so kapag tinransform natin siya into fraction, that is 65 over 100, di ba? And then, pwede natin i-simplify yan. It's because meron silang common factor, which is 5. So 65 over 100, that will become 13 over 20. The GCF is 5. And then 0.65, pwede rin po siya in percentage form. So mag-move lang tayo ng 2 decimal places to the right. So we'll have 65%. So ibig sabihin, 65%, ito yung probability na yung student member ng badminton team. So probability of the students joining badminton team. So what about the probability of chess team? Okay, so sa chess naman, yung nasa right side, so 0.2, ito yung probability na yung students member ng chess team only. So ibig sabihin hindi siya member ng badminton team. And then of course yung kanilang intersection, which is 0.05. So again, using the same process, i-add lang po natin. So 0.05 plus 0.2 will have 0.25. Okay, so 0.25, again, pwede natin siya express in fraction. So that is 25 over 100, and then i-simplify natin siya 1/4. Okay, so why 1/4? Because the greatest common factor of 25 and 100 is 25. So 25 by 20 divided by 25, that is 1. 100 divided by 25, that is 4. So 1 over 4, or 1/4. Or in percentage form, that is 25%. So probability of students joining chess team is 25%, 0.25 or 1/4. So kung ano po ang nakalagay na instruction kung paano natin express yung ating sagot. So, ganun po natin i-express. So, based from this given, so naka-express yung mga probabilities in decimal form. So, yung sasagot po natin dito is 0.25. So, pwede rin naman yung 1/4 and 25%. As long as equivalent naman sila. So, what about the probability of B union C? So, kapag union, so probability of union of two events, ina-add lang po natin yung mga numbers or yung mga data na nasa loob ng circles. 0.6, 0.05, and then 0.2. So, add lang natin 0.6 plus 0.05 plus 0.2. So, the sum will be 0.85. Okay, so yan yung union, probability of B union C. Okay, so, yun yung probability na union ng B and C. Okay, so 0.85, pwede rin siyang 85 over 100. Or, simplify natin yon, that is 17 over 20. And then, in percentage form, that is 85%. So, yan yung probability na yung students nag-join siya ng badminton tsaka chess. So, yung union ng badminton team and chess. That is 0.85. So, hindi natin i-count yung 0.15 yung nasa labas. Ibig sabihin kasi niyan, there are students na members sila ng ibang team. Maaring volleyball team, basketball team. Okay, so kasi ang concern lang natin is yung mga members ng students, yung mga members ng badminton and chess team. Let us have example number 3. Now, let's have dice naman. So, 2 pair of dice are rolled. Determine the probability of the following events. So, again, given po rin dito yung ating sample space. So, ayan, na-discuss ko na po yan dun sa previous lesson natin. So, let's have letter A. So, what is the probability of getting a sum which is 4 or 11? So, ibig sabihin po dito, kailangan natin kunin yung probability na yung sum 4 and then yung probability sum is 11 and then i-add lang po natin yon. Okay, so ating solution, probability sum of 4 plus probability sum of 11. Okay, so dito tayo sa ating sample space. So hanapin muna natin yung may sum na 4. So that is 1 over 3, 1 and 3, and then 2, 2, ayan, tsaka 3, 1. Again, 1, 3, and 3, 1 are different. Hindi po sila magkamukha. Okay, so yung mga na-encircle natin, tatlo. That is 3 over 36. So, why 36? Yun po kasi yung sample space, total number of possible outcomes. Okay, so explain ko na yon. Formula niya 6 raised to n, where n is the number of times na halimbawa ni-roll natin yung dice 3 times. So that will become 6 cubed. So in this case, dalawa lang kasi yun, kaya 6 squared. So 6 to the second power, that is 36. Next, what about if the sum is 11? So based from our info, sample space, dalawa lang po yun. So, 5, 6, tsaka 6, 5. So, 5 plus 6, 11. 6 plus 5, that is also 11. So, that is 2 over 36. So, nakuha na natin probability na sum is 4 and then probability that the sum is 11. So, all we need to do here now is to add them. So, since similar fractions naman sila, pareho nga sila ng denominator. So, 3 plus 2, that is 5 over 36. So this will be our final answer. It's because there is no common factor aside from 1. Okay, so 5 over 36. So for letter B naman, so what is the probability of getting sum is less than 5 or sum is greater than 8? Okay, so dalawa yung events natin dito. Yung una, sum is less than 5. And then yung pangalawa naman, sum is greater than 8. Okay, so sum is less than 5. So hinahanap natin dito yung may sum na 4, 3, 2. Basta yung pababa, less than 5. So hindi po pwede yung 1 is because yung minimum sum natin is 2. So, dun muna tayo sa sum is less than 5. So, sulat lang natin, sum is less than 5 plus sum is greater than 8. Okay, so sum is less than 5. So, bilugan natin lahat yon. So, 1 plus 1, that is 2. 1, 2, 1, 3. So, 1, 4, hindi na siya pwede kasi 5 na yon. Next, 2, 1, and then 2, 2. 2, 3, hindi na rin pwede. 5 yon. Next column, 3, 1. Okay, so 3, 2, hindi na rin siya pwede. As you can see, yung ating binilugan ay 6. So we have there 6 over 36. Plus, now, sum is greater than 8. So, ibig sabihin, lahat ng mataas sa 8. Okay, so, based dito sa ating sample space, ayan, so, yung mga outcomes na yun na sum is greater than 8, 3, 6, ayan, 4, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, and then 6, 6. Tingnan natin para siyang may pattern, di ba? So, 1, tas 2, 3, 4. So, i-add lang natin yan. We have 10. So, that is 10 over 36. So, nakuha na natin yung probability ng bawat event. So, i-add lang natin. So, 6 plus 10, that is 16 over 36. Now, simplifying 16 over 36, so divide natin yan, both numerator and denominator by 4. So, 16 divided by 4 is 4. 36 divided by 4, that is 9. Can we simplify 4 over 9 further? No. So, this will be our final answer, 4 over 9. So, let's have problem number 4. A card is randomly drawn from a deck of 52 cards. Find the probability of drawing for letter A red card, or a spade. Okay, so kitang-kita natin dyan yung dalawang events. So, probability of red card plus the probability of spade. Okay, so ilan ba yung ating red cards? So, di ba yung suits natin, 4. And then, dun sa 4 na yon, yung dalawang suits na red card, red lahat. So, we have there diamond tsaka hearts. Okay. So, kada suit, meron tayong 13 cards. So, 13 sa diamond, then 13 naman sa hearts. Okay, so, ilan yung ating red cards? So, 13 plus 13, that is 26. And then, yung total na bilang, 52. Next, plus the probability of spade. Spade is a black card as well as yung club. So, again, yung kada suit natin, we have there 13 cards. So, meron tayong 13 spade cards. So, 13 over 52. Now, we'll add, so 26 plus 13, that is 39 over 52. So, yung greatest common factor ng 39 and 52 is 13. So, we will divide both numerator and denominator by 13. So, 39 divided by 13 is 3. And then 52 divided by 13 is 4. So our answer is 3 over 4 or 3/4. So the probability of getting a red card or a spade card is 3/4. So 3/4, pwede rin po siyang express in decimal as 0.75. So paano naging 0.75? We'll just simply divide the numerator by the denominator. And then, moving two decimal places to the right, so will give us 75%. So what about the probability of drawing a face card or an ace? Face card, ito po yung mga cards na may mukha, syempre. So yung mga cards natin na may face, ito yung Jack, Queen, and then King, di ba? So kada card na yan, kada face card na yan, tiga-apat kasi apat yung suits. So probability of face card plus probability of ace. Okay, so yung ace naman, meron tayong apat na cards din. So, i-add lang po natin yung probability ng bawat event. So, dito, probability of getting a face card, we have there 12 over 52. So, nanggaling ang 12. So, 4 na Jack, 4 na Queen, 4 na King. So, 4 plus 4 plus 4, we have 12. And then, yung probability of getting an ace card, we have 4 also. So, that is 4 over 52. Now, we'll just add 12 over 52 and 4 over 52. This will give us 16 over 52. And then, simplifying 16 over 52, so divide natin both numerator and denominator by 4. This will give us 4 over 13. So what is 4 over 13? This is the probability of drawing a face card or an ace. So find the probability of drawing a diamond or a 9. Okay, so gamitin natin dito yung formula kanina, yung pangalawa, wherein probability A union B is equal to probability of A plus the probability of B minus the intersection. So, bakit natin yan gagamitin? It's because ito diamond. And then ito 9. So, meron tayong card na 9 na diamond. So, 9 of diamonds. Meron tayo ganun. So, ibig sabihin, hindi po natin pwedeng i-count yon na dalawa. So, once lang po dapat natin yun kina-count. Okay, so, ano dito yung ating probability of A? Ito po yung ating diamond. So, we have 13 over 52. So, meron tayong 13 diamond cards. Plus, ilan naman yung ating cards na 9? Diba 4? Sa apat yung suit. So, 4 over 52. Minus yung kanilang intersection. Okay. That is 1 over 52. Okay. So, kasi, sabi ko nga, meron tayong card na 9 of diamond. So, kailangan natin yun i-subtract. So, now, 13 plus 4, that is 17. Minus 1, we have 16 over 52. Or 4 over 13. So, kailangan po kasi natin sinusubtract dyan yung common elements. So, again, hindi po natin dapat yon kina-count na twice o kung ilang beses man yon. So, kailangan isang beses lang po. So, our final answer is 4 over 13. So, for letter D, we have find the probability of drawing neither a jack or nor a queen. Okay, so dito, ibig sabihin lang, ano daw yung probability na yung mabunot natin ay hindi jack o kaya naman hindi queen. So, ang gagawin lang po natin dito, kunin muna natin yung probability na mabunot natin jack or queen. So, ilan yung jack cards natin? 4 over 52. 4. So, yung probability na Jack, 4 over 52. And then plus the probability of Queen is also 4 over 52. So, 4 over 52 plus 4 over 52, that is 8 over 52. So, ito yung probability na yung mabunot nating card is either Jack or Queen. Now, paano natin kukunin yung probability? Neither a Jack nor a Queen. So, isusubtract lang natin yung probability na Jack or Queen yung ating madraw dun sa kabuuan. So, 1 or 52 over 52. So, that will become 1 minus yung probability na Jack or Queen yung ating mabubunot. That is 8 over 52. Next, express natin to as 52 over 52 minus 8 over 52. And then 52 minus 8 is 44 over 52. And then simplify natin siya, 11 over 13. So by the way, dito pa lang po sa 8 over 52, pwede natin naman i-reduce to its lowest term as 2 over 13. And then 1 minus 2 over 13 will also give us 11 over 13. So for example number 5, the probability of 3 math wizards teams X, Y, and Z winning a math Olympics are 1/3, 1/5, and 1/8 respectively. Assuming that only one team can win, determine the probability that either X or Y wins. Okay, so simple lang siya. Either X or Y wins. So, ibig sabihin, ginamit natin dyan yung word na either. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan lang natin i-add yung probability na manalo si X and then probability na mananalo yung team Y. Okay, so probability na mananalo yung X, that is 1/3. And then, yung probability na mananalo si Y naman, we have there 1/5. Okay. So, kunin lang natin yung GCF. So, 3 and 5, LCD, least common denominator. So, 3 and 5, that is 15. 15 divided by 3, that is 5 times 1, 5. Plus, 15 divided by 5, that is 3 times 1, 3. So, 3. And then, i-add lang po natin yan. 5 plus 3 will give us 8 over 15. So, that the probability that either Team X or Team Y wins is 8 over 15. Now, for our last example, so find the probability or determine the probability that neither Y nor Z wins. So, kagaya lang ng problem natin kanina dun sa cards. Okay, so kunin muna natin yung probability na na yung Team Y or Team Z ay mananalo sila. So, yung probability that Team Y will win is 1/5. And then the probability that Team Z will win is 1 over 8 or 1/8. So 1/5 plus 1/8. So the LCD of 5 and 8 is 40. So 40 divided by 5, 8 times 1, 8. Plus 40 divided by 8, 5 times 1, 5. So 8 plus 5 is 13 over 40. So the probability that either Y or Z wins is equal to 13 over 40. Now, to answer the question, what is the probability that neither Y or nor Z wins? Ang gagawin lang po natin, 1 minus probability of y or z. Okay, so nagiging 1 minus 13 over 40 yung probability of y or z. So 1 will become 40 over 40 minus 13 over 40. So 40 minus 13 is 27 over 40. So that the probability that neither y nor z wins is equal to 27 over 40. Pag either, ibig sabihin, pagsasamahin lang natin, i-add lang natin yung probability na both teams will win. So for our next video lesson, we will illustrate mutually exclusive events. So aside from illustrating mutually exclusive events, of course, ipapasok na rin natin yung lesson wherein we will determine the probability of mutually exclusive events. So that's all. Thank you.